Hi Arabella, thank you for joining me today. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm Arabella. I'm 21. I've just graduated from Istituto Marangoni and I'm a freelance fashion stylist.
Cool. So today I just wanted to ask you, do you think that fashion fantasies are real in modern day life?
I think that fashion fantasies definitely are still alive in modern fashion today. I think the role that social media within Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, interactive websites, I think they all play a part in trying to make us believe that there's this sort of fashion fantasy world, and I think we're force-fed images, and I don't know, fashion's all about promotion, and I think the internet promotes things to a huge audience across the world, and I think that it plays a huge role in creating this fashion sort of fantasy that we kind of have to be immersed in. And you know, it's crazy because you can it's almost inescapable that we're surrounded by, you need this, you have to buy this, and each year it's reinvented on how we're going to be attacked almost as a consumer, on how we're going to sell this product to this person. And I think each year it's a new way, like whether the designers do something even more outrageous with their fashion shows, or they look to selling the product in a different way through a pop-up shop or whatever. And I think that sometimes like designers themselves pick a design in a way that the items speaks for themselves. And I know earlier you asked me about what items I would choose for my top 5 or top 6 fashion pieces. So I was just trying to think, like,
Yeah,
and that
thought about that.
Yeah, and how they kind of relate into like fantasy world and stuff. So I think that like this season particularly, there's kind of almost been a satirical jest to like fashion fantasy. So it's almost all about this fairy tale idea, and it's like a modern fairy tale, I guess. So through the collections we saw like Valentino, who often does that kind of exaggerated look, almost like a Dolce & Gabbana would, you know, that sort of jokey, almost pun kind of way that fashion is presented through the way that they design it, but also the way that they style their shows. You know, the models are always very considered, that it's going to be over the top, eccentric, beautiful, Italian, glamorous, and it's just kind of put to us through the designers, whereas, you know, and through the collections, whereas sometimes designers strip back that and then work on advertising in a way that promotes it in a fantasy way. So anyway, so I know you wanted me to talk about the pieces that I would choose, so I'm just having a think. And
so if you had an endless bank account and you could have 5 pieces from...
Okay, yeah, so I've been thinking, so this season, well, obviously, like, Valentino is one of my favourites, so I would definitely choose something Valentino. So this season they did this incredible handbag, and it's like the rock stud one, but with multicolours. It's really cool. So basically, I think I'd choose that because it's so over the top. Like, Valentino kind of gets away with being really chic and really stylish and black, but that was kind of a bit last season when everyone was all doom and gloom because of the recession and all of that crap. So I think that now fashion's trying to point in the right direction, that there's a new wave of excitement coming, you know, and we can pick ourselves up from those dark ages. So you don't have to have a black handbag anymore. So I think I would choose the rainbow coloured kind of Valentino rockside little handbag. There's also another handbag which is quite cool, actually, I should really mention, which is the Charlotte Olympia one. It's quite fun and it's very like satirical. It's like got a big clock face on it with a gold chain, and I love that because it's quite funny, because I mean, who has a clock? And it's not very, oh no, a handbag, it's not very sexy, it's not like about attracting the opposite sex. I don't think anyone would really want to date me with a clock handbag across my body, but I do think it's quite fun. And if we're talking about fantasy and like, you know, that kind of whole over the top and unusual kind of form, then I think that'd be quite cool. Paired with that, I'd go for maybe like a Louboutin heel, and there's these really cool ones which are kind of quite fun because they're not really this typical sort of platform thing that they do with the red sole. These are like colourful, and they've got the ones I saw with, I think they have like an orange toe cap, and they've got a bit of a sort of see-through bit. So yeah, they're really cool. But also shoes, oh god, there's these amazing Valentino booties which would look really nice with like a pair of black tights and like a little, you know, cute like skater dress, something like that. So that'd be kind of quite a fun piece to have. And I guess as a wardrobe essential, everyone needs a pair of fuck off sunglasses. So I think I did for this Dolce & Gabbana, you can't really beat. And it's very fantasy based because it's always like, you know, that Sicilian woman that's just woken up from bed and she's wearing that red lipstick and she's got a beauty spot and she looks amazing. She's got the Italian family all around her and whatever. So there's these really cool ones which are almost like cat eye style. And I think they've got like flowers and butterflies. I mean, like, fashion like no longer is restricted to being boring and sort of minimal. I think that there's polar opposites within the fashion industry, like Dolce & Gabbana, and they just do opulence and they do over the top and they do, I mean, they make it something that you need, not something that you really want. So I think it's really cool. So yeah.
Cool. Well, thank you very much.